There are times in life when we need to change, maybe to respectfully end the relationship or to transfer to a different school, maybe to take on a new job. But there are other times when sticking it out is called for and persevering through challenges. Hi, I'm Phil. Welcome to this 5-minute power message entitled, Don't Quit, Don't Give Up. I learned a very important lesson in the spring of 1978. Do the math on how long ago that was. I was a second semester freshman at Indiana University of Pennsylvania, IUP, and along with several other football buddies, we decided to pledge the Phi Sigma Kappa Fraternity. I'd gotten to know many of the brothers during my first semester, and I was especially fond of Eddie Del Sandro and Craig Cox. Check them out over 40 years ago. And if you're looking for my picture on this composite, well, here I am on the bottom row. And yes, I needed a haircut back then, but not now. Now, as a Phi Sig pledge, we were subjected to a 6-week period of hazing, which for us wasn't very dangerous, but it did involve a lot of immature activities, coupled with a hefty time commitment, which was really designed to make our pledge class of 14 guys bond together. So while pledging, I needed to keep my grades up, and I was also involved in spring football practice. I had played a fair amount as a freshman, and my goal was to be a starter as a sophomore. On one occasion, I thought the frat brothers were being unnecessarily demanding, and I pulled Eddie aside. He was my big brother. I said, Eddie, is this BS necessary? Now, I may not have said it exactly that way, but I recall exactly how he responded on that pivotal day for me. Eddie Del Sandro said 8 words to me, just 8, and they've stuck with me ever since. Here were his first 4 words in response to my complaint. Why don't you quit? I objected loudly, no, I don't want to quit. Then he looked me in the eye and just said 4 more words. Then deal with it. And he walked away. Why don't you quit? Then deal with it. Those 8 words propelled me to finish pledging and to become a brother. And they've stuck with me ever since. And I still see Eddie and Craig frequently and remind them of that day. And I see many other of the Phi Sig brothers at annual homecoming festivities where we get caught up with each other and relive legendary tales. Now, as for not quitting in life, I've also come to realize in the scriptures that while there are many lessons about changing, for example, departing from our own sinful ways to follow after Jesus, there's also many examples once in the fraternity of faith about not quitting and not giving up. In the book of Revelation, 7 times the Apostle John tells believers in Jesus to not give up, but to use our faith to be overcomers, to overcome tests and trials and difficulties. And we're promised to be rewarded for not quitting. Now let's get something straight. Salvation, eternal life, that's not a reward that we earn by doing something or by pledging to give our lives to Jesus. Rather, our salvation is a gift that was secured by Jesus at the cross for all of mankind. That's why the Apostle Paul said in Ephesians chapter 2, verses 8 and 9, For by grace you have been saved through faith, and this, referencing faith, is not of yourselves. It is a gift from God, not as a result of works, so that no one may boast. We cannot boast that our own faith saved us, since it was a gift. But we can and should live out what we've been given. We should work out our gift, and God will reward us for doing that. Now consider this marching order, which is how those of us who realize we've been given the gift of faith are to conduct our lives. In Matthew chapter 5, verse 16, Jesus said to his followers, Let your light shine before men so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father in heaven. So we have been saved by grace, which is a gift from God, something that we did not earn and we do not deserve. We didn't have to pledge to get into God's fraternity, but once we realize that we're already in, we're already members because of what He's done, well, then we're to live our lives for Him, and our good works are to point towards Him. And His light that shines onto us, it's supposed to reflect off of us and out to others to bless them and encourage them. We're to let them see and hear that they too are dearly loved members of God's fraternity. And part of reflecting the light of Jesus onto others is to let them see that we persevere through challenges. We don't quit. We seek God and He helps us not to quit, but rather to follow Eddie's advice and deal with it. And to deal with obstacles and challenges empowered by God to live, as we say in this ministry, in power without fear through Christ. I hope this 5-minute power message will help you not to quit and not to give up. Let me close with a shout to my Phi Sig brothers And also a quick commercial to let you know that we have many other messages on our website, philhenrypowergospel.org. We also have a YouTube channel that I hope you'll subscribe to now and leave a comment if you like what you heard today. And you can also follow us daily on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And until next time, may God bless you and empower you.